Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Kim. Today is Wednesday, March 18th, 2020. And we begin with Tom Brady reportedly following his initials and the money to Tampa Bay, Florida. The news came out late last night, just hours after the quarterback let his New England fans know that when he suits up for next season, it would not be for the Patriots. Still, no one knew where the 43-year-old would land until the NFL Network let the cat out of the bag. According to sources, the greatest of all time agreed in principle to sign a massive contract with the Buccaneers, and that the deal could be announced as early as today. Brady spent 20 years with the Patriots and led them to 6 Super Bowl victories. First Tom Hanks, now Kevin Durant. Late yesterday, the basketball great joined the acting legend in announcing that he, too, has tested positive for the coronavirus, which, hour by hour, continues to change life as we know it. Most recently, the Supreme Court of the United States announced it would delay hearing cases for the first time in 100 years. The Kentucky Derby pushed back its legendary horse race from May until September, and the White House canceled its annual Easter egg hunt. Closer to home for many of your brothers and sisters, the SAT college entrance exams scheduled for March and May are now on hold. So far, the June test is still on the books, but that is subject to change as well. Joe Biden is waking up this morning with an almost insurmountable lead in the race for the Democratic presidential nomination. He swept to a decisive victory over Bernie Sanders in Florida, Illinois, and Arizona yesterday. The big question for Mr. Sanders now is, what next? His advisors say even they don't know if he'll stay in to promote his causes or drop out and try to unite the party. It's like Night at the Museum virtual version. For health reasons, the Shed Aquarium in Chicago is closed to visitors, meaning its non-human occupants have the place pretty much to themselves. Penguins Annie, Edward, and Wellington weren't about to miss out on the opportunity to explore, and video shows them making the most of their newfound freedom. Of all the exhibits they waddled to on their pop-up field trip, the Amazon Rising tank seemed to be their favorite, probably because of the potentially tasty fish behind the glass. If penguins aren't your thing, maybe hippos and marsupials are. Fiona is entertaining homebound kids from her mud in Cincinnati, and koalas are kicking it live from San Diego. Links to the latter can be found on our resource page at kidnuz.org. If you're a thrill seeker and have already checked the box on Antarctica, Mount Everest, and space, we have another adventure you might be interested in, the Mariana Trench. It's 35,000 feet below the surface of the Pacific Ocean, making it the deepest place on Earth. And as of this summer, a travel company says it will take daring tourists there for the right price. How exclusive is it? 12 people have walked on the moon. Only 7 have ever been to the bottom of the trench. The cost of what we hope is a round-trip ticket, $750,000 per person. Never has toilet paper been so much in the news, but it is because the thought of running out at the wrong moment is more than most people can stomach. An Atlanta company has a cheeky solution. It took the 1,000 rolls that it had in stock, none of which was getting used because its employees are working from home, and started a TP Drive-Thru. Those in need can drive up and, from a safe distance, get a roll or two tossed into an open car window. The company has set up a website called Toilet Paper Exchange in the hopes that other businesses flush with TP will contribute to the movement. Before we get to our quiz today, a message to our devoted teachers from parent and producer Shonda Rhimes. She posted on Twitter, quote, "Been homeschooling a 6-year-old and 8-year-old for 1 hour and 11 minutes. Teachers deserve $1 billion a year or a week," end quote. We're glad someone said it. And now, our KidNuz quiz. What big announcement did quarterback Tom Brady make? He is not returning to the Patriots. When was the last time the Supreme Court had to delay hearing cases? More than 100 years ago. What is the deepest point on Earth? The Mariana Trench, which sits more than 35,000 feet below the surface of the Pacific. A company in Atlanta created what? a toilet paper drive-through. In One for the Road, given the ongoing health crisis, the government has made it clear that it's up to the nation's youngest to care for the nation's oldest. Ohio siblings took that to heart. 9-year-old Taryn and 6-year-old Calliope were worried about their 78-year-old neighbor, Helena, who has been housebound alone for 5 days. She didn't need groceries, but she did need company. So, from a safe distance, they set up their cellos on her porch and serenaded her with a private concert. Helena was overjoyed, proof for all of us that a small gesture can have a big impact, especially now. It's shout-out time, and today's birthday greetings go to Jackson in Rocklin, California, and Amarian in Fort Smith, Arkansas. It's harder to do our classroom hellos these days because fewer of you are at school. But Mrs. Lerner would like to give a shout-out to her school-at-home kids in Alexandria, Virginia. And Ms. Pemberton's kids at Ramona Elementary in Wilmette, Illinois are asking us to say hello to her, and we are happy to oblige. Parents and teachers will be here for you and your kids during these uncertain days ahead. If you can, please support our efforts with a tax-deductible donation on our website at www.kidnuz.org. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you back here for more Kid News tomorrow morning.